All right, hey guys, we're back. Hole number 9, par 5, the new redone Milano hole. And you can see here that we got quite a bit of wind. This is going to be a time where you can actually drive it to the other side. Well, first off, you're going to be able to get it to the other side no matter what the wind is. So I do want to just point that out. More times than not from this tour, it is going to be a a topspin method like this. Keep in mind that you need to keep extra rings, so you're not going to see me use any overpower here. It looks like I have about 15 rings, but I need to make sure that I have all of those. And as you can see, why? Because getting to that other fairway is going to be a bit of a challenge. Similarly to what you guys saw in the last tour, you guys saw that you could get to the other side and it was more for a setup. This hole is going to play very similarly to that. So we are going to just be playing for basically a second shot layup. Try to focus on getting a good approach for a third shot. Now, one of the main differences that I notice about this hole is going left for your approach now is now obsolete. So you guys really have to kind of focus on the right side for the second shot. And with the new changes, the fairway over there to the left becomes not even useful. There's no reason to go left. In fact, you're going to be setting up for a sniper if you go over there, and you really don't want to be hitting a sniper into this green anymore. They changed the pin. It's a lot tighter, and you really want to focus on, and you can see how much a katana is going to come in play here to where we can really set ourselves up for a nice fairway approach here. So with that being said, I'm going to play, I'm into full power here, so you're going to see me play more max ring adjustment when I have, beyond max. Max ring there would be about 5 for a Guardian. You're going to see me almost go, ooh, just caught a bad break. Just too much. And those yards could have been useful. I believe we would have had a short iron pitch, and now we might have to use a long iron. So it is something to keep in mind. I figured downwind we were going to be okay, but it did just barely tip that, and if you can get that over that, it is going to do favorably for you to hopefully get you to a short iron range. But at the same time, you never know what that third wind is going to be, and it could be a little sketchy. And here you're seeing another good layup shot. So, what you just saw from my opponent there is something to, work on, kind of grooving it up there for that short iron attempt. As you can see, I'm right towards min on my long iron. Keep in mind with B52, we're still going to be able to pull off a shot rather easily for the most part. You do want to be a little bit careful with how much backspin you use. So as you can see, I'm trying to just kind of gauge that, hit this more towards the front. We are going to use more of a min type adjustment here, and I'm going to go about 3 rings there. Caught a great ball. It's going to end up costing me. So no real opportunity to make that with that great ball, but you can see that you can just kind of bump it into that hill and give yourself a chance. Other than that, you want to make sure you have a thorn or a claw, in my opinion, as you're going to want to do a full backspin shot to potentially go for a hole out here. So you can see my opponent here is going to have a relatively good chance at that on a small win like this. But you can kind of see what you're stacked up against too, that you have a very narrow landing zone, so you have to be very precise. What I recommend is going for the fairway the fringe, like how you just saw my opponent. Of course, not hitting the great ball, but I recommend landing it on the fringe unless you have a straight headwind. Then you can pull it up and try to land it onto the green. But all things considered, this is still going to primarily be, overall, I'm not really impressed with the changes that they made, because it's kind of like, well, why even have that left method? You guys could have taken away that left fairway. Nobody's going to go over there anymore. Why would you set yourself up for a wood approach on a tight green like this? It basically takes the left out of play, and in my opinion, they should have made it to where, they moved the green up to where that last fairway spot was, to at least turn it into a par 5. It's still a par 6, so, it's just one of the disappointing things to see about this one. But I'm going to cut this real quick and catch you guys on the next hole.